Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is day one of our fall 2022 release. Hey, so I'm using the new Jaded Blossom Gnome Dies Fall Add Ons, our Gnome Dies, and our Gable Box Dies, a new sentiment from the Happy Fall Gnome stamp set, along with Doodlebug's Pumpkin Spice and the Rainbow Petite Print 6-inch pads. So I went ahead and I stamped out the sentiment, Oh My Gourd, and I'm using the Gable Box die to cut out the sentiment. So you see that little relief part? So I'm going to line that up, and then I can use that to line up to cut out that little sentiment perfectly. So I'll have a perfect little oval. Now you'll see that gnome to the left. That was put together, and it will be on our my release and review video that I'm going to put up on Friday for you. So if you want to see me put together that gnome and the new gnome dies fall add-ons, you can watch that. So now I'm going to stack the sentiment with so that's paper tray ink craft that was underneath, and on top that's paper tray ink white cardstock. So there we go. I used my art glitter glue to stick it down, and I'm going to add this little sentiment to the front of my gnome, and I'm going to pop up his little hands. So isn't that cute? So that little gnome, I used American Crafts cardstock for his little beard, his little nose, hands, and feet. That was cut out of the P13 Skin Tones pad. And then, like I said, the little leaf on top, that orange leaf, that's from the gingham linen from Doodlebug. And I used Spice Marmalade Distress Ink to ink around the edge. I also used crushed olive Distress Ink to ink around the top of his hat. And that was cut out of paper from that Pumpkin Spice pad. So there we go. I'm going to pop up using my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Isn't that cute? Oh my gourd, it just cracked me up. And he's got a little gourd hat. So now I'm going to cut out the sentiment from the inside using the sentiment strip dies. And the length of that strip die, it fit it pretty well, was 2.5 inches. Now remember that there are sentiment outline dies that you can cut out all these awesome new sentiments from Happy Fall Gnome. I just didn't have them yet, so I couldn't use them in the videos. Otherwise I would have. But I'm showing you how I'm lining up this little sentiment to be cut out with this little sentiment strip die. There we go, and that's stamped onto Nina Desert Storm. So quickly, I've got a paper tray ink card base cut out of dark chocolate, 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches to give a vertical A2 size card. Now I'm popping down paper from that Pumpkin Spice Doodlebug pad that's cut 1/8 of an inch smaller. And then this is Nina Solar Crest 65 pound. It's just cheapo white paper cut at 4 by 5.25 inches, just to have a little bit of a border and gives you somewhere to write on the inside of your card base. There we go. And then I'm going to take a 1-inch strip from that same Pumpkin Spice pad, and I'm going to add it to the inside. So it has little leaves. So it's kind of cute, right? I love the colors from Doodlebug. Just adorable. Just using my ATG tape. You'll see that I'm crafting again on my Stampin' Up! Pad. And all my die cutting today was done with my Gemini machine as per usual. There we go. And now I'm taking out my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to glue the sentiment on the inside. It says, I believe in you, which is kind of a fun play because I'm going to have leaves on the outside of my card and then, the leaves on the inside. Just kind of fun. So now this is this is a 4.5 inch Octagon die. That's the height, cut out of American Crafts white cardstock. And then the blue one, that's from the gingham linen. That is cut at that's a 4-inch tall Octagon die. So these are quite cute, eh? I like the layering. And like I said, so the blue is from Doodlebug's gingham linen. So now I'm going to quickly stick down my gnome. And like I said, if you want to watch me put the gnome together, you can watch the release and review video from later this week. I always make it live on Friday. There you go. So you'll be able to see me put together these gnomes. Here we go. And now I've got one of the leaves cut. That's a leaf from the Gnome Dies Fall Add Ons. Kind of cute, right? Actually, all the leaves I used today are from that same die set. And I cut those out of the gingham linen. I'm using the linen side. And I didn't ink up the edges this time. It's kind of like a light, like it's not as a dark an orange that I used on the leaf on his hat. So it's a little bit lighter. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a I don't even know, it's not really peachy, but you know, a lighter orange. And there we are. So now I'm pulling out shape sprinkles, and that shape sprinkle set is called Happy Fall. And I'm just going to pop few of the leaves off, and I'm going to pop those onto my card base just to add a few more leaves for fun. There we go. Now that little swirly bit that's on the top of that gourd, that was cut out of Paper Tray Inks dark chocolate cardstock. And then the top little stem, that was cut out of American Crafts dark brown cardstock. So there we go. So I've got all my little leaves on. And now I'm pulling out my Nouveau Crystal Drops in Simply White. And I'm going to add, you know, an odd number, kind of sprinkling them around just to add a little bit more white, because why not? I've got a white border on that card. So, you know, it just pulls out another color in my background. And I think it adds a little something, something. So you're going to want to make sure to check out Jaded Blossom's blog and get inspired by everyone else. Remember that that you can get the Gotta Have It Now. That's available till Wednesday. So there's a discount, and you can get all of these items sent to you early, sort of sight unseen. And trust me, they are adorable. If you like making fall cards, you're going to love all of these products from this week. So super, super cute stuff. So there we go. Otherwise, you can get everything a la carte starting on Friday in the store. So there we go. So it says, "Oh my gourd." And then on the inside, it says, "I believe in you." So thank you so much for stopping by, and make sure to come back tomorrow because I'm going to have another video for you and more inspiration. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.